Friends, we are very happy to inform you that e-modules are prepared for B.Ed program at Telangana by the School of Education, Osmania University under Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Scheme MHRD New Delhi. It's indeed our pleasure to share with the teacher educators and the prospective teachers and get maximum benefit out of it. It's a first of its attempt by us. We continue to add many more such lessons to share with you all.
Hello, I'm Dhanlakshmi from Anwarlum College of Education. Today I am going to present a lesson that is laboratory as a learning resource. Here in the subject mathematics, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. The nature of subject is very abstract. Here child cannot get concrete experiences. As a math teacher, you have to explain the things from concrete to abstract, simple to complex, and examples to generalization. This is possible only through the mathematics. What are the main objectives of math laboratory? Understand the concepts of mathematics laboratory and explain the significance of laboratory as a learning resources in teaching learning process. Explain the organization setup of maths laboratory. See here, main objective of maths laboratory is make the children to feel comfort and learn easily and can remember longer duration. It is possible only with the participation of the children. When child can participate in the maths activities, he can learn easily and effectively. What are the main functions of mathematics laboratory? Building interest to motivate learning. First of all, we can motivate the children to learn the concepts. How we will motivate? Once child is participating in the activity means definitely he will, internal motivation will comes from the children, and cultivate favorable attitude towards the mathematics. First, child attitude should be ready to learn mathematics, love to the subject, and enriching varying instructions. Here, when child is coming to learn the concepts by participating, self-participation is there in the teaching learning process, definitely he will motivate the other students also to participate in experimentization and mathematization of the concepts, and explaining the students the origin of mathematical ideas. Here the main function of mathematics is mutual exchange of the knowledge, and mutual exchange of knowledge and participating in the activities, and allowing students to actually engage in the doing rather than the being passive observer. Here once classroom teaching means that the child is a passive learner over there, but the same concepts we are teaching through experimentization in the maths laboratory, here he becomes active learner in the subject. What is the main need and purpose of mathematics laboratory? Here it provides opportunity to students understand the concepts easily and internalization of basic mathematical concepts through concrete objects and situations. And it helps students to build interest, confidence in learning subject. Here the main purpose of mathematics is child involvement is compulsory in each and every topic of mathematics. If child participates in the teaching learning process, definitely child can learn effectively and easily. How can we plan and organize the mathematics laboratory? First, design and general layout, physical and infrastructure and material, human resources, time allocation for the activities. How we will design and general layout of the mathematics lab. Suppose in my classroom there are 32 students. I can divide those students, 8 students in a group, like that I can divide into 4 groups, then I can assign the activities easily. Physical infrastructure material is also very important in experimentizations. Here they need materials, equipments to carry out the mathematics activities. What equipment we need, that we have to pre-planned, then we can organize for the material. That teacher is, suppose human resources available and she has patience, definitely she can get the physical material easily from the where it is available from our surroundings. Less investment only we can carry out so many experiments in the mathematics. For example, paper cuttings, geometrical box, we have wooden material to show the 3D and 2D pictures, and graph paper to explain the algebraic expressions, 1 variable, 2 variable is easily. And gaining material from the outside is also a question mark to the government schools. How can we get? The thing is, there should be innovative thinking. How we can make the material easily with less investment. The teacher should have innovative ideas, and she should motivate the students to get the material easily where it is available. The things are, mathematics material is very easily available and with less investment. For example, paper cutting models, so many are available. To explain one probability concepts also, just we need some paper cuttings, some colors to make the choices, and one dice to explain whole probability chapter. It's very easy. And physical infrastructure material is, if it is available, if we arrange easily, then we can teach the subject very easily and effectively. How can we allocate the time for the activities? Is based on the concept to concept, student to student. Some concepts will take very less time, some concepts may take more duration. Here some concepts we can complete with individual activity, but some concepts, group activities we have to carry out. Based on the concepts, based on the interest of the students, we have to divide them into groups. Here every child learns on their individual intelligence and pace. We should not force all students should, learning process should be equal. No, it's their on individual pace they can learn the concepts. The thing is, based on their intelligence, based on their interest, based on their skills, we have to divide them into group, let them carry out the experimentation. Here human resources is mathematics teacher, and there should be one in charge of mathematics laboratory. Who is the in charge? She should have maths graduation in mathematics subject. She can take care of the experiments, and she can handle the material easily and issue of the material easily, and she should have the knowledge about the activities. And maths teacher, subject wise, class wise, she can divide the students, she can give the guidelines where student can make experimentalization, and they can find the results, and they can generalize the concepts. After generalization, one group to another group, the results may be varies. The thing may be formula is one, process is one, but based on the measurements, the results varies from one group to another group. Let discussion will be carried out for this topics. There will be findings, generalizations, and the student will get confident about his outcome and productivity. Here they can carry out the more concepts easily once his findings are getting appreciated by the teacher. Means when the students are doing experiments and participating in the activities, and they are learning through mathematization and experimentalization of the activities, if we are giving importance to their findings and results, and we are generalizing to other concepts also, the child feels very interest and motivates the other students also participate in the activities. Maybe all the concepts of mathematics it's not possible to teach while using laboratory method only, learning by doing only, but most of the concepts we can teach by using learning by doing technique, experiential learning. Suppose if there is a commercial mathematics, even commercial mathematics also the concept of profit, loss we can explain to mathematics laboratory activity also. Here I am giving one maths lab activity, that is for example that is one property, commutative property for whole numbers. What is the main learning objective of this particular example is to understand the addition as well as multiplication or commutative for whole numbers. Prerequisite is knowledge on addition and multiplication of whole numbers and knowledge of commutative property of whole numbers. This is our entry behavioral. Once what is the material is required to carry out this particular activity in the maths laboratory, that is just grid paper, pair of scissors and glue. Let us procedure will start here. To verify commutative property, first what I am doing is cut out two strips each of length 3 units from a grid paper and shade them with any color. Here I am using red color for 3 units. In the second step, cut out 2 strips each length 4 units from a grid paper and shade them with the blue color. Next, in the third step, for representing 3 plus 4, paste one color strip of length 3 units and then paste the another color strip of length 4 units. Means first 3 reds, then 4 blues. What is happening here? 3 plus 4. Come to the next step. For representing 4 plus 3, paste one strip of length 4 units, then paste another strip of length 3 units, red in color. What is happening here? The grid paper without leaving any spaces we are pasting. In the third step, first red plus blue means 3 plus 4. In the fourth step, 4 plus 3, 4 blues plus 3 threes. What is the observation in this property? Number of shaded boxes in the representation of 3 plus 4 equal to, and number of shaded boxes in the representation of 4 plus 3, that is 3 plus 4 equal to 4 plus 3. Hence, addition is commutative for whole numbers. Nothing but a plus b equal to b plus a. What we are doing here, by following the activities, simple to complex, concrete to abstract, what we are generalizing here, a plus b equal to b plus a. Next comes to the another procedure called B. Here also same colors I am using. Cut out the strips each box of 4 units grid paper and shade them with the blue color. Here what I am doing, I am using 4 strips of 4 units with blue color. Next, in the second step, place them on the grid paper to form a rectangle representing 3 into 4, that is nothing but 3 columns into 4 rows. Come to the step 3. Now color 3 strips each of 4 boxes from a grid paper and shade them with different colors. Say here I am using red color, and place them on the same grid paper to form a rectangle. Here what I am doing, one rectangle with the blue color, each unit is 4. One rectangle with the 3 red color, each unit is 3. Next comes to the step 4. Now compare the number of boxes in each of the 2 rectangles obtained. Are they equal? Come. Yes, they are equal rectangles. In the blue color also 12 small rectangles are there. In the red color also 12 small rectangles are there. First count number of rows into number of columns. That is, in the first rectangle there are 3 columns and 4 rows. That is 3 into 4. Next, number of rectangles in the red color, that is 4 columns and 3 rows. Thus 3 into 4 equal to 4 into 3. Hence multiplication is commutative for whole numbers. Learning these properties, associative, commutative, identity, these properties are little confusion to the class 6th students. What I am doing here with the help of a grid paper, just I am making the strips and I am explaining how it is satisfies the commutative property. Same it will be implied to the associative property and identity also. Here some more examples where we can teach by using maths lab. For example, bisector of an angle, median of a triangle, midpoint of line segment, perpendicular bisector of a line segment. So many geometrical concepts we can explain by using maths laboratory method. Also algebraic concepts, that is nothing but quadrant, first coordinate, second coordinate, third coordinate, fourth coordinate, xy values, how it is possible, how it is positive and negative x-axis and y-axis, we can explain by using graph papers. Some examples are: find the area of any polygon by completing the rectangles, find the area of any triangles, and to verify the algebraic identities using models. And 2D and 3D concepts also we can explain to the children easily. With the 2D, 3D we can correlate the topics with algebraic expressions. A plus b whole square also we can use, we can derive that formula by using cube. Means what we are doing here, by experimentization we can correlating the maths concepts with internal correlation we are showing. Means algebraic to geometry, geometry to algebraic. Like that we can explain the concepts easily if we correlate the concepts and giving explanation. That is more effective process of teaching learning. Here what are the main merits of laboratory method? Based on the principles of learning by doing, child is participating in the activity, child is learning. Experimentization, he is self-experience he is gaining. Through learn some concepts, means he is learning easily and he is participating in the activity, he is getting interest and he is showing positive attitude towards the learned subject. And internal motivation is also there. Some concepts, if child is finding the results, writing the generalization, if he is getting positive reinforcement from the teacher, definitely he will get internal motivate and he will make other students also get interest towards the subject. Based on the student's self-pacing, means every child has individual intelligence, individual creativity level, individual attitude towards the subject, individual aptitude. Means based on their individual interest, child is learning here. Here gives much importance to child-centered, and it is a psychological method. The main advantage of laboratory method, it follows the principles of psychology. When child is participating in the activity, hands-on properties, hands-on activities, then his psychomotor domain is also effectively he can manipulate, articulate, imitate. Those things will be happen easily through the laboratory method, and develops self-confidence. It teaches the students to dignity of labor. Here the skills are enhancing by using the equipment. Child is not passive, child is active in the process, and is psychologically, as we proceed from known to unknown. Suppose in our classroom, one teacher is coming to the classroom, she should start the lesson from concepts. But in the laboratory method, what they know, the concepts follows from known to unknown. First we will show the material which already they know, they experienced with the things. Then we are explaining them slowly what we are doing. We are elaborating the difficulty level of the subject as child thinking process is elaborating. And it presents the mathematics as practical subjects. This is the main advantage of mathematics laboratory is the laboratory method makes the subject practical than the theoretical concepts. Where the child is participating himself in the activities, then they can learn the things easily. In our three domains, cognitive domain, affective domain, psychomotor domain, all the three domains are interrelated and interdependent. When the child is participating in the laboratory activities, definitely his cognitive level means he is thinking and doing the activities, gaining knowledge, going on the understanding process, and he will imply those findings in their day-to-day life also. Means his cognitive process is gaining. Once come to the affective domain, once he is mingled with the other students and is following the guidelines of the teacher and is receiving and responding towards the subject and teacher's side appreciation he is giving, he feels more happy, enthusiastic environment, and he loves to learn the subject. Once comes to the psychomotor domain, here the child really enjoying in participating the activities, means articulation, manipulation, imitation, everything is going internally, it is interdependent. Once he is handling with the equipments, he is loving the subject. Means maths we can teach, but when we are teaching the maths and when we are doing the maths, it's little different. The only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Learn mathematics is okay, everyone can do, but that is more little bit complex than the doing mathematics. Doing mathematics gives you more enthusiastic and interest and happiness, and reinforcement is going on getting in the situation easily. But in learning mathematics, learner is a passive, just he is going on and solving the problems, and just he is to completion of the syllabus he is going sitting in the classroom and completing. When the child is come to the laboratory, when we are inviting children to do experimentization, mathematics is nothing but mathematization of the children thought process, thinking process. Means child should involve in the teaching learning process. His participation is important and reinforcement he is gaining, and we have to stimulate, create interest to the students in explaining the concepts. Where it is possible, teacher should mingle with the students, all the students should mingle in the classrooms, and activity should be carried out. This is possible through the maths laboratory only. Nowadays each subject is explaining, same times doing some activities, experimentization, everything is happening in all the subjects. Why not in the mathematics also? Mathematics is the queen of all subjects. It becomes really queen when the child is enjoying the subject. When child can enjoy the subject, when he is passive, he cannot enjoy the subject. When he is active in the learning process, definitely he enjoys the subject. When he will be active, invite the child to the maths laboratory, explain through doing, experiential learning with his participation in the activities, learning by doing.